Hi, class. This is Dr. Barbara Gast with Ottawa University as over the Practicum. This is a companion piece that goes with BUS 7200, and that is values or ethics. So we are in week 6. This is February the 17th, 2021. It's a little chilly out there, wherever you may be located. I'm in Phoenix, and I'm feeling a little chill, and we're in the 60s, so don't laugh because I know some of you are in a terrible situation of not staying warm. So I wish you warmth and good health. All right, with that being said, the purpose of this short video is to talk about how we want to end the practicum. Now, some of you have been alarmed because I brought up the plagiarism, and there's various kinds of plagiarism, so I thought I would just kind of review, but it has implications for week 8. The class will end on March the 6th, which is a Saturday. Not a Sunday, but a Saturday. So pay attention. You should have your memo prepared early in the week. That's only a week and a half from now, the first week of March. So you want to be able to have your memo. You can start drafting it now and start thinking about the shape of it. What do you want to convey to your supervisor? A couple key things keep in mind. If you have a high similarity index, I will reject that final memo and you won't pass this course. Okay. Number 2 is that you have to have a signature of a supervisor, and think about your backup plan if the supervisor is not available. Is the HR person? Who else could sign it for you? Don't be attempting to get a signature on Saturday. You're going to get in a crunch and you're going to be stressed out, and we need to back off a little bit, understand where we're going to go with this. Okay. Now, what am I trying to do with the plagiarism? It was not just to upset people. I know it's been a real challenge. A few of you, I've rejected your papers, but I've invited you to come back. I don't want you to just float away. If you would redo your memo, bring down that percentage, I will give you credit. You can only miss 2 memos in the whole class to pass the practicum. So if you're in danger of that, come back to me, try to figure out how to do that memo so you can bring down the percentage. Or you just leave alone if you're okay, but you can only miss 2. You cannot miss the last memo, the large one, the summation. What are we looking for, and why is it such a big deal about the plagiarism? We'll talk about various ones, but one of the most important part of, I think, this level, postmaster's level, is that we're trying to have you not only assimilate information, but we're synthesizing it. And what we mean by synthesizing, and believe me, when I was in graduate school, I'm going, what the heck do you mean by synthesizing? Because I was accused of not synthesizing. Well, it's the bottom line is this. It's that you read, you discuss, you engage with others, and then you begin to assimilate or to synthesize something new and different. If you think about music, what's a synthesizer? It's taking different bits of music and you're adjusting it in some way so it's very original. And that's what we're looking at. So you're taking all these bits and pieces from the course and it's coming out in a different shape, and it's your thoughts, your original way. How do you see the world? So it's not like, I'm not just looking for someone to repeat the right answer. I want you to be an independent thinker. So that's why we spend so much time on this. The other part to this is the plagiarism. So what type of plagiarism is there? I think where many of you are getting or stumbling on this is that you self-plagiarize. You say, I wrote it earlier. It's my words. I get to repeat them. No, you can't do that. You need original work. A little bit you might, but the habit of just taking sentences or paragraphs, I wrote it before, I just do it again, won't work. And that's why it's sent back to you. Another area that has been of concern is pulling a sentence from the textbook and not putting quotation marks around it. You're not giving credit to the author. Now, let's say you go ahead and put the quotation marks around, but you still come up with a similarity index of 50%. What that means is, while you're giving credit to the author, so it's not plagiarism, you are you are actually guilty of a lack of original thought, and that is, you can't write a paper where half of it's in somebody else's words. So that's what we're trying to train you to do, is to be able to do that independent thinking. And it's like any muscle, you have to exercise it to get used to it. So that's the reason I'm sending it back, not to try to find something wrong, just for the sake of finding something wrong. Some of you have been working with me closely. Some of you haven't heard from at all. I suggest that if you have two, you need to go back and try to do that memo over. I think that's about all I have. Let's see. We have basically 2.5 weeks left. I'd like you to start working on that final memo now, so that when it comes a week and a half from now, you're about ready to put the final touches on that memo and you can send it to your supervisor. So if you have questions, reach out to me. Otherwise, I've enjoyed reading your memos. Stay on track and stay warm. Goodness, it's a tough time. If you need extra time, I'm going to work with students this week. If you're in an area that's experiencing high weather-related issues, I will work with you. You can email me directly, call me, text me, put it in the classroom, tell me what's going on, and I'll work with you. Okay, take care. The only thing I can't do, let me stress this, the deadline is the deadline when this class ends. You can't, unless it's an extreme weather related, you're going to have to provide some documentation on that. Okay, so hit that final date, March 6th, that's when the class ends. Okay, take care.